So hi, welcome back. And right now I'm super excited to walk you through a model called the 5 daily routines of the masters. And as I was suggesting to you earlier in the program, what makes world class is so much less about genetics and so much more about your habits. And that's why you really want to dial in your routines. That's why you really want to get your habits to world class. So when you look at a Picasso, when you look at an Elon Musk, when you look at a Branson, when you look at a Rembrandt, when you look at anyone who's bringing on their A game every single day, the seduction of society is that these people are somehow gifted, that they're somehow otherworldly, that they're somehow different from you. And what I want to remind you about with great love and respect is you have what it takes. And it's not so much about your genetics, and it's not so much about the intelligence you were born into. It's not so much about your background that you came from. It's a lot more about installing the right routines, installing the right rituals, because once you get those to the point where they are automatic, and as I suggested earlier, it takes 66 days according to the research. After those 66 days, you've got the right routines, you run the right plays automatically, and then you get the right results. So I'm amped and excited to walk you through the 5 daily routines of the masters. And these are the things, in the 20 years that I've been teaching leadership, high performance, personal mastery, these are the 5 core routines I really encourage you to practice until they become a part of your daily life. Now, you might be feeling a little overwhelmed, 5 routines. I just say, step by step, right? So pick one of the ones I'm going to walk you through, install it over 66 days. Remember that all change is hard at first, it's messy in the middle, it's gorgeous at the end. Once you install that routine, move to the next routine. You can do this. And over time, you're going to install these 5 routines so they become part of your way of being. And I also want to remind you of what I suggested earlier, which is all change is meant to be hard at first. If change was easy, it really wouldn't be valuable change. So let's get right to the first of the routines of the masters. And I've become pretty well known around the world for teaching this for 2 decades. And this is the 5 a.m. club. Now, you might be rolling your eyes a little bit, or you might be saying, Robin, I don't have the DNA to get up early. My mom didn't get up early. Grandpa couldn't get up early. I don't have early rising genetics. And, I say that somewhat jokingly with you, but please remember this, winning the battle of the bed, right? Putting mind over mattress, practicing installing the routine of getting up at 5 a.m., is a true game changer for you. And it will be hard at first, and it's going to be a little messy in the middle, but once you get to the end and automatically you get up at 5 o'clock, you get these incredible results. I mean, as I was driving down here to record today's video for you, I was thinking about a term, and the term that came to me was distraction nation. And I was looking at other people driving, and they get to red lights. I don't know the country you're in or wherever you are, but I see people that get to a red light, and the first thing they do is they reach down and they check their notifications and they check their mobile. And if you look at a lot of people, they are addicted to distraction, but an addiction to distraction is the death of your creative production. And so just imagine you win the battle of the bed, you get up at 5 o'clock every morning, you get it to a place where it's absolutely automatic. You're going to give yourself 3 pristine hours from 5 to 8 while the rest of the world is asleep or distracted for you to dial in your mindset, your heart set, your physical life, and your spiritual life. And I mentioned this in a book I wrote called The Greatness Guide, but as you begin your day is how you live your day. And your days are your life in miniature. And so if you can get each day right, forget about the week, forget about the month, forget about the decade. If you can just start your day well and dial into the best possible day that you can live, and you do that consistently, well, what happens is you end up with a world-class life. So the first routine I want you to think about is the 5 a.m. club. It's going to take you 66 days to wire it into a practice. Why do you want to get up at 5 o'clock? Because it's a pristine time of the day. You've heard that old idea, so many people share it, but you get on an airplane and the flight attendant will tell you in the event of a depressurization or an emergency, oxygen masks will come down from the ceiling. Put the oxygen mask on your mouth before you put it on even your own children. And what I'm suggesting to you is by getting up early, you're going to give yourself maybe not 3 hours, at least one holy hour from 5 to 6, where you can feed yourself, where you can replenish and refuel your mind and your heart and your physical life and your spiritual life. In a world where, there's so much distraction and where so many of us are depleted and we're living our lives like a 5-alarm fire, just imagine you give yourself that holy hour, that sacred time where the rest of the world is asleep, to fill yourself. And, I really believe it, but when you are on your A game internally, that's when you're a great entrepreneur or a great mom or a great chef or a great yoga teacher or a great prime minister or a great president or a great startup manager. And so you want to take that time for yourself.